because these are businesses that you don't need to struggle. You don't need to sweat a bit, but you're gonna make serious money out of this business. Welcome back to another video. My name is Simply Rhoda and this is my YouTube channel. Honey, thank you so much for coming to watch this video today. If you are a first timer here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For this channel, it's going to be giving you ideas that will make you a millionaire in a short space of time. And if you are returning subscriber, honey, thank you so much for always doing that. Without you, of course, this channel would not be where it is. You are the backbone of this channel. So today I'm back here with another banger, another 5 businesses that you can do to make a lot of money in Zimbabwe. Based on the title below, 5 successful businesses for lazy people. Yes, I mean lazy people, because these are businesses that you don't need to struggle. You don't need to sweat a bit, but you're gonna make serious money out of this business. What you need is to market yourself and make use of social media. Anyway, let me just not speed a lot of things. Let me jump into the first thing that you need. First missionary, first business. We're gonna talk about the 360 photo camera, baby. This camera is gonna earn you a lot of money. If you are somebody who is good at marketing and an eye for good things, this is a 360 photo camera. This camera is, you know, taking the world by storm. And I know in Zimbabwe there are not so many of them. They are there, but not so many of them. So you coming in with your own cameras, and mostly you are going to be using this for hiring. Yes, this is for hiring. If you want to be around to see how the thing, so what you can hire them, you can be present when the cameras are being used, so that you avoid a situation whereby the cameras will be damaged. So these are kanamaka mbona, those cameras whereby people will be standing on something and it's you know, the camera will be moving around like that, automatically rotating around, the 360 degrees one. Those are the cameras I'm talking about. You can find them here in China, and what you can use them for, you can hire them for events like people who are having just rental, just having events, or people who are having parties, weddings, birthday parties. You know, people want things, guys. So tap into things that are just making waves. And these businesses, they look like simple, but these are businesses that can earn you at least at every rental you can walk away with maybe 500 plus every rental. So imagine, people in Zimbabwe like parties. Birthday parties are a thing nowadays. And also if you look at Christmas parties, it's a thing nowadays. You look at weddings, graduation parties, you name it, the list is endless. So imagine when you are renting this one, how much money you can make out of this. By the way, you need to market yourself heavily. Go on social media, let people know about you and what you can provide. Guys, I'm not lying to you. Tap into this business. You see what I'm talking about. It could be a side hustle, not putting your, like quitting your job and say, okay, I'm gonna be doing this, because it's not every day a party happen. But if you are somebody who becomes really popular, maybe your camera can be hired maybe 3 times, like all weekends you don't have it. So what I say, guys, just look into this, market yourself, and look into this business. Do your research and market research. You know, you can tap, like we know a lot of these things can be found maybe in big cities like Harare and Bulawayo, but there are other small towns that there are people who love things. They've never seen these things. Introduce them. Tap, go to Chegutu there, take it to Mashingo there, Marondera, wherever. Take it there and market yourself. I'm sure you're gonna make a lot of money and you become a millionaire. Now let's go to the second business. That is the hiring business. Guys, hiring business is no joke. You know those things that you see parties having, like balloons, flowers, artificial flowers, things like this. Hiring business. You may not be an event planner, or you may not have do the decor and stuff like that, but having the equipment, because it is the thing that are needed to be decorated, to be used for decoration, that you can buy from China. Like, look, let's talk about the talks of the wedding events. Talk about the flowers, all those things that you can see at weddings, and say, oh, the decoration was just out of this world. Oh, the decoration on this. You can have those things and just hire. Like I'm saying, you are not going to be learning how to do this. Hire those things. Find those people who do decors and stuff like that. I'm sure you can make lots of money, because every time you can make huge amounts of money by hiring those artificial flowers. They look like you are stepping living in the garden of, I don't know, guys. You can find all those things here in China, and you know that equipment is way cheap. So tap into that business. You see what I'm talking about. You may not have been you may not have done or events planning or decors and stuff like that, but knowing the things that are used to make such things, to turn such, you know, make those events outstanding, just stepping into the latest equipment, guys, you can cry with money. These things will make you serious money in Zimbabwe. So that's why I call it successful business for lazy people, because you don't need to think much about how you are going to, you know, bring it to the market, who's gonna buy it. These are things you can keep in your garage. You don't even need to rent a space. It's just once you have it, you're just making money. You're just making money. That's it. Okay, now let's go to the third one. The business you can tap into that is never going to get old is the business for hair and bags for women. Once you enter that part, guys, I'm not lying, you can make serious money. You can be known as my wig or my bag, or my wig, my bag. Like I'm saying, all this business just require you to be somebody who is active on social media. You know, go on TikTok, sell your things. Go on Instagram, sell your things. All you need is Wi-Fi. Guys, if you have a mouth and a phone, you can do this business. You can sell your stuff, do trials, you know, if you can find like those upcoming celebrities, you know, but don't take those bigger ones because you don't have enough money to go there. Just find those smaller people who are trying to make it. Even with these channels, you can also let us help you to market your wigs and bags on our channels. I'm sure you will not go wrong. This business can turn you into a millionaire. Yes, someone will come and say yada yada yada. Women buy wigs. Know your market. You know your market. You know people kind of think it's not a change. You do with that. They know our sister and things such like that. Guys, there are so many businesses, or there are so many shops that are selling hair, but make yours exceptional. Like I'm saying, buying hair from China is not expensive. Buying bags from China is not expensive. So why can't you tap into it? Just find quality, unique things. Don't buy what is being seen. Like sometimes when I'm walking in the city center, I see a lot of things that are similar, you know, to the extent that you know, like everybody is wearing the same thing, or everybody is carrying the same bag. Try to find something that is unique. People like unique things. People like to be stand out, you know. Not guys, be exceptional, have standards, you know, find your own style. By doing that, if you are somebody who can be, when your business grows, try to have your own unique brand, so you are known as a brand. Like these bags are simply bags, you know, that's your brand. Guys, you can make your name for yourself. And I believe that anyone who can speak, who can talk, and you have a phone and Wi-Fi, I'm sure you can sell anything in this world. So make that be your own business. If you are a fashionable person, and if you want fashion, and also, you know, by selling these things, I think they can lead you to other things. By selling to people, you can also learn what they are lacking, what they need, what you can top up. You can go on bangles, watches, necklaces, and stuff like that. Make it simple. Don't go to dresses and stuff like that for now, unless you have a market for it and a big place for that. Just have things that you can, you know, move with, things that you can be known for, and I'm sure they can make you serious money. That takes me to number 4. Business number 4, game consoles, like those game machines. Guys, you know, nowadays youngsters love to play. You just have a place, or even if you live in a suburb, wherever you live, you can turn your garage into a game area. You know, you can make serious money, honestly, by just having these equipments in your garage. Let youngsters come and play, and make it also a place whereby people can meet up and connect. I don't know how it feels like. People end up maybe saying this will attract thieves and stuff like that, but I feel like if you make it in such a way that it's friendly, it's also a place where people can learn, not just play games, but make it exceptional. Let them be educational games and stuff like that. I'm sure you can make money out of it. You can strategize on that. I haven't actually looked closely into that, but I've noticed that there are a lot of things like game machines that we find here in China, in malls and stuff like that, that you can actually buy and bring to Zimbabwe there, and it can make you serious money, whereby whereby I know on daily basis you can have people who can come together and come to play and hang out at your place. And if you are lucky enough to have a separate place that is not part of your garage, then fine, you can actually turn it into a nice place whereby you can top up with a coffee shop. You can, instead of just games, you can also provide food, and you are making money right round. So guys, look into that, do your research. Do not just take the idea and implement it. Make your research and see if that works for you. If it does, then grab it with both of your hands. Do not worry that somebody is hearing anyway, but just make yourself that you put yourself in an area that's gonna make you do this business without the worry of too much competition or what, or even if the competition is there, but try to do it your own way. Do your market research, how you can do better than others, and how you can make people want to follow yours and maybe buy from you. It's something that you can do yourself and find what works for you and what doesn't. Now that takes me to the fifth one. That's not the last one. This is my favorite, guys, the photo booths. Yes, you remember the first one I talked about, the 360 degree, the photo booth, guys, whereby you can just find a place again. People can come and take photos. In China here, they are there. You just enter, program it, take your own photo. You don't need to look for people to do like I want to take passport photos, I want to take wedding photos. No, it's not like that. These photo booths are automatic, that a person can just enter and they can pay for whatever photo they want. If they want passport size, ID size, maybe school photos and stuff like that, these booths can be able to provide that service. And I'm sure this can be something new. I don't know if it's there already in Zimbabwe, but I know if you take it, if it's in most of these things, if you get to find them, you can find them in big cities. But what I mean is, try to do your market research in smaller cities, because some of these things, I know people will come from smaller cities to big cities to have access to these luxuries. So if you were me, I'll try to look at these in small towns, like go to Kadoma, there, Chinoi, Marondera, those smaller towns, Chegutu and the likes of it. Go and implement this, even Mutare and stuff. I know there are some cities that are really small, that a lot of these things I'm talking about, they have no experience about that. They don't know about that. When they want to experience these luxuries, they have to travel to big cities. So be the first one to set shops, small shops in these small towns. Guys, you make serious money, because most people just think doing business is Harare or Blawayo, right? But let it be a different one. Take it to smaller towns. You see how much money you can make. This business can be very successful. If one day you feel like, okay, you want to bring it to Harare, then let Harare be your last shop, your last spot. But start with the surrounding small towns. See what I'm talking about? Any business I have spoken about and that has been like criticized and say, oh, it's there in Zimbabwe, it's there in Zimbabwe. If you look closely, you can only realize that these businesses are in big cities, but they are not found anywhere in smaller cities. So just go to these small towns and start this business in smaller towns. Some people, I know there are people in Zimbabwe who just say like, I grew up in Harare, so I understand everything in Harare. If you want to make serious money, you need to go out of your comfort zone. Go to these other places you've never been to and start this business. One day you come here and testify. Already I've started getting like some testimonies about some of the things that I've been advising people on my channel. Some have already come and said, oh Rhoda, you've said this, I went ahead and I bought my machine, now it's doing well for me. These are some feedbacks I'm getting, and they keep me going, because I find out that you guys, you are learning, although there are some that are not, that are criticizing. But I know there is a huge community that is learning and benefiting from this video. So guys, these are just 5 businesses I had for you today. Now, if you're somebody like me, if you're somebody who is like me, like sometimes I don't want things that give me trouble, so look into this business. That's why I say 5 successful business for lazy people, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you are lazy. What I mean by saying this is, you don't need to struggle a lot when you are setting up this business. These are businesses that can kick away right from the beginning, and you don't need to worry about doing research, raw materials, where to buy it, what else to bring. these are businesses that can start earning you money from the moment you receive the machines, as well as these are businesses that you do not need to pay maybe to have workers. You do not need to learn a lot about how to operate them. These are businesses that anybody can do in Zimbabwe. So if you were me, I'll just sit down, take my pen, now start to strategize, which is something that I gave you in my last video, to strategize, make a budget. And I'm gonna be putting these videos or these things I said I have the figures, the amount that I put under them. These are the money that you need to budget to buy these things to start these businesses. Of course, I just put the minimum, but it can be more than that depending on the size that you want of this equipment. So guys, take your pen, sit down, strategize, make a plan. You see that you can do these businesses. Of course, I'm saying it and everyone is hearing it, which is something I was cautioned that the moment you hear, everyone is going to get these machineries. But make yourself exceptional and try to be different and make it in this industry. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video right to this end, and I want to say thank you for coming today. And in our next video, I'm going to be coming up with farming equipment, farming machinery, and after that we'll be talking about mining, which are the machines that people are keep on pushing on me like, oh Rhoda, why don't you do a research and come with the mining machinery? Why don't you do your research and come with the farming machinery? Guys, I am doing the researches, and soon I'll bring you the videos, and I'm sure just keep on watching this space. I will not disappoint you. Thank you so much, guys. It's goodbye for now. See you in the next video. Bye.